Now, welcome to live commentary here from Mullingar Shamrocks versus Shandonagh in the Westmeath Senior Football Championship relegation semi-final. I'm joined by Kieran Conway from Shandonagh. Kieran, good game.
Hopefully a good game, yeah. Two teams unfortunately in a relegation position or potentially a relegation position, but hopefully we'll have a good game here this evening.
Yeah, just the game starting here with an early attack from Mullingar Shamrocks, but the referee, Niall Ward, he spotted something and he's given a free out Shandonagh. I could not see what that is for, but the referee clearly saw something and that's led to an early free for Shandonagh, who were going to attack here. Shandonagh played Lomans and Turles Pass in the group stage, lost both of those games, but this is their real county final. Eddie Moore there, has he? The Shandonagh forward just got past Moore there. Shandonagh, Luke Tynan there, it's not even Luke Tynan, it's Conor McCrossan even coming out with the ball. Shandonagh here in midfield on possession, going to kick the ball into the full forward line here. Porrick McKenna coming out on top, but nobody. The man Shandonagh forward has got round him, and it's a great chance for Shandonagh to get an early score here. Shandonagh just on the attack here, keep coming in, playing towards the far end of the pitch, towards Dublin. Mullingar Shamrocks facing towards Mullingar, but Shandonagh there early, Kieran, they're happy to play a possession game football, it looks like, and recycle the ball in the early stages.
Yeah, that's been our style this year so far. I suppose we tend to play a possession, especially when we get up to the half forward line, and then hopefully chance gets. And here we see Mickey Boyle there on the shot, and it looks a really good one. Yeah, it's a point there for Mickey Boyle.
Yeah, very good score from Mickey Boyle there just in the first minute of the game. So Shandonagh 1 point, Mullingar Shamrocks no score. A very good score from Mickey Boyle at the end of a well worked move. Shamrocks will feel maybe a bit harsh that the free was given to Shandonagh in the first place that led to possession being overturned, but the matters little as Shandonagh are the first team who get on the scoreboard. Now Philly Shaw with the kick out, it's a good kick out, he's going towards Dennis Croon and Donal O'Donoghue wins the ball. He's been around for years and years and is getting better as the years go on. Dean Moore now on the ball for Shamrocks. Dean Moore coming here, kicks the ball into Lurcon Smith, but Shandonagh again looked to have overturned possession, and it looks to have been a foul by Smith. The referee has let it go. I think he's given an advantage is Niall Ward, and Shandonagh now here playing the ball out of defence. The blue jersey's coming here, it's a good ball. Now Luke Tynan on the ball now, Luke Tynan in. He was a former student in Trinity College Dublin, kicks the ball into Tom Malloy. Tom Malloy now, he's very lightly forward. Has he got past Killian Daly? He's gone for a shot on the right foot. It's not gone in, but it's gone into the box. Is it a penalty for Shandonagh? The referee says no. It looked a penalty, but the referee has denied Shandonagh. Was it a penalty, Kieran?
Looked very much like Cormac Coyne was pulled to the ground there, but unfortunately the ref didn't see as we saw.
No, and the referee's decision is the only one that matters, as anyone who knows Gaelic football will know. And Shamrocks now, could they've got away with one there? Patrick Fagan on the ball. Patrick Fagan, is he fouled? Niall Ward's letting the play. He's given the advantage here. Patrick Fagan kicks the ball in. It's a ball into Dara Daly, the target man. Dara Daly, and he's not got a free, but it's a push in the back. And is this going to be a penalty, Kieran?
It's hard to see from here. No, it's just outside, I think. Yeah, it's the 14, or just outside the 14 yard. The box.
Fagan kicks the ball in. It's the ball into Dara Daly's target man. Dara Daly. Something where Shandonagh looked like they could have had a penalty. Shamrocks have come down the end of the pitch, and Dean Moore is going to tap this over the bar, and Dean Moore has got the point. So it's Mullingar Shamrocks 1 point, Shandonagh 1 point, and we've 3 minutes on the clock here in Corralstown, Kinnegad GA grounds. Kieran, a level enough start so far?
Yeah, it's very hard to see anything between the two teams at this stage. Look, it takes a while for both teams to settle down, so hopefully we'll see a good entertaining game.
Kick out there from the Shandonagh goalkeeper, just slipped on his way to kick it, and Brendan O'Reilly comes with the ball. Episayo now, Episayo out to Killian Butler. Killian Butler kicks the ball into Dara Daly. A clear game plan so far from Shamrocks has been to hit the target man inside, but Dara Daly, and the ball has been overturned by the Shandonagh defence. It's very good defending. Alan Hickey now coming out with the ball for the side in blue. Good ball inside now. It's a good ball inside to the Shandonagh corner for Eddie Moore. Has he fouled him? The referee gives a foul to Shandonagh, and I think he made the right decision there, Kieran.
I think so. Yeah. Young Moore was on top of Mickey Boyle. A quick ball there into Cormac Coyne again, and Cormac had won a free there after getting a push in the back there. So from a very scoreable position.
Yeah, it's a free here for Shandonagh in front of the post. So this will restore their slight advantage. So it's Mullingar Shamrocks 1 point, Shandonagh 1 point. We've played 4 minutes here in Corralstown, Kinnegad. Dean Moore getting the point for Shamrocks, and now Tom Malloy looks like he's going to tap this over the bar for Shandonagh. Tom Malloy here is left-footed kicker. He's straight in front of the post. This should be an absolute formality for a man of his with his kicking ability. Malloy, just the Shamrocks there. Killian Daly standing in front of him trying to put him off, but Tom Malloy is going to go for this. He steps up, has a look at the post. Tom Malloy puts the ball, and it goes between the sticks. So it's Shandonagh 2 points, Mullingar Shamrocks 1 point. 4.5 minutes played here in Corralstown, Kinnegad GA grounds, with Philly Shaw setting up for the resulting kick.
Yeah, look, it seems to be up and down the field. Shandonagh, must be said, would have the advantage, on the breeze that's out there, and I suppose they'll have to make use of this breeze in the first half.
Philly Shaw with the kick out there. He's targeting Kieran Gavin. Kieran Gavin, but Shandonagh win the ball, and Shandonagh have more men around the breaks, and it's a quick ball into Tom Malloy again. Shandonagh have dominated the midfield sector so far in the early stage of the game. Malloy, has he picked it off the ground? The referee waves play on. Killian Daly, it's a foul there on Tom Malloy, and it'll be another free for Shandonagh and a chance for them to extend their lead to 2 points.
Yeah, Tom is a left-footed player, so I'm not saying it's an easy free, but it's quite a scoreable one for Tom. He scored an absolutely peach against Terrell's Pass last weekend in Cusick Park, 10 yards even further in. So I don't want to give him the commentator's curse, but hopefully we'll do it.
Many a time a commentator cursed the free taker who looks certain to score, but this is far from a formality. He's on the 21-yard line, but the angle could not be worse for Malloy. But he's a very good free taker. He has one look at the post, steps up the ball, he's given it plenty. I think it's going to go to the right and wide. Yeah, the umpire on the far side there has signalled the ball wide, so it remains Shandonagh 2 points, Mullingar Shamrocks 1 point. Philly Shaw now to take the kick out for Mullingar Shamrocks. Ball coming here, he goes again out to the same distance. Dennis Croon should win this. Dennis Croon wins the ball. He's very reliable to win the ball around midfield is Croon, and Croon hits Effie Sayod on the ball. Effie Sayod carries the ball. Sayod is doing a good job here. Effie Sayod, has he overcarried it? No, goes to Donald O'Donoghue. Donald O'Donoghue on the ball. O'Donoghue plays Micheál Curley. Micheál Curley now there around the half forward line. Dean Moore now. Dean Moore gets it. Has he been pushed? The referee says no. Dean Moore still on the ball. Dean Moore hits Brendan O'Reilly with a pass. O'Reilly kicks the ball in. Killian Butler's looking for it, as is Dara Daly. Daly hits it with his foot. It goes to Butler. Has Butler been fouled? No, says the referee. Lurkon Smith's on it. Brendan O'Reilly passes there to Killian Butler. Killian Butler, the former London footballer, has he been fouled? No. Killian Butler taps the ball over the bar. It's Mullingar Shamrocks 2 points. Shandonagh 2 points. A level game here with 7 minutes played in Coralstown, Kinnegad.
Yeah, good score there from Shamrocks. They seem to be on top of our Shandonagh backs there. Very well taken score there from Killian Butler.
Killian Butler played with his number 12 colleague there, Dean Moore, over in London. They actually played against Westmeath in 2017 in the league. Westmeath had an easy enough win that day, but that's the connection there with Butler and Dean Moore, former teammates for London. And Shandonagh now again are playing out. It looks like Matthew Scully on the ball. Dara Daly, the last touch came off Daly, and it's a Shandonagh ball, and the referee, the linesman there, has made the right decision on this occasion. It's definitely a Shandonagh ball. Shandonagh centre forward is going to look for a short option. They get short option. Shandonagh now have possession. They've kept possession well in the early stage of this game. A game with an awful lot at stake, as the winner is safe and will be a senior team in 2021, while the loser faces a relegation final, with the losers of that competition going down to intermediate level next year. And it's wasteful enough there from Shandonagh. It's gone straight to Kieran Gavin. Kieran Gavin, a very experienced player, won a Sigerson Cup as captain with DCU, a team that featured Paul Flynn and Michael Murphy, the Donegal captain, when Donegal won the All-Ireland in 2012, beating Mayo in the final. That looks like the ball has been overhit, and Killian Butler, he's kicked the ball out there. They're just trying to keep it in, but did not succeed. So it's going to be a line ball for Shandonagh on the 65-metre line.
Yeah, it's nick or nothing. Both sides are giving it their best. Still hard to say who's on top. Probably Shandonagh are coping well with the kick-outs so far, their own kick-outs, and this has been a weakness in our game so far this year, but hopefully we've got that one sorted out.
Shandonagh now play the short pass out of defence here. Dean Moore is chasing the Shandonagh defender. The ball goes there now. Shandonagh recycling it around their own defence. Shamrocks have men committed behind the ball. Kieran Gavin looks to be deployed as a sweeper there in front of the full back line. As the ball here comes to Shandonagh forward line. Conor McCrossan on the ball. Is it a tackle done? Who has he dispossessed him? No, Shandonagh still are in possession there. It's midfielder here, number 8 is playing there. It goes to Alan Hickey on the ball. The ball, Shandonagh now still coming strong in the forward line. Will they hit to try and hit the decoy man? It's a kick in, it's gone, it's a drop it, but it's gone straight over the bar, and a point.
A great point there from our midfield, Cormac Gordon. Very, very well taken. He lined himself beautifully and took full advantage of the wind.
Great score there from Gordon, puts Shandonagh into a 3-2 lead here with 9 minutes and 22 seconds played in Coralstown, Kinnegad, as Philly Shaw looks set to kick this ball out. Shamrock's playing against the breeze, as we mentioned here, so slight wind favouring Shandonagh, who probably are just about value for their 1 point lead in the early stage. They kick out now. Shandonagh look to have the ball again. Conor McCrossan on the ball. Lachlan Gales Herder hits Luke Tynan. Tynan with a quick ball in. Effie Sayod, has he got there? Oh no, the ball is eluded Sayod. Oh, what a save from Philly Shaw, but the rebound looks to be tapped in. It's a goal for Shandonagh. A goal here for Shandonagh here with 10 minutes played. Shandonagh 1 goal and 3 points. Shamrocks 2 points. Was a great save from Philly Shaw, but Shandonagh got to the rebound and it's put some daylight between the teams.
Yeah, really well taken goal there from Cormac Coyne. Mickey Boyle done a great lot of work, got by Effie, let the ball over to Cormac, and Cormac, as we know, if he smells goal, he will always get it.
Cormac Coyne got the early goal there for Shandonagh, who have a 4-point lead, and Mullingar Shamrocks will not be disappointed. Not so much disappointed to concede the goal, but more with the manner of it. They looked the ball to have cleared, but the rebound went straight to Coyne, who made no mistake, and it was only going to be a formality. And now Shamrocks are struggling to win the breaks from their own kick out, but they look to have overturned possession here, and Shamrocks have struggled to get possession from the restart. Now they didn't get possession from that kick out, but they've indirectly got possession as it's gone over the line, and Killian Daly now, who is supporting Killian Daly, the man on the ball. He kicked it to Pádraig McKenna. Pádraig McKenna gives it back to Daly. Killian Daly there coming out. Eddie Moore now. Eddie Moore on the ball here. Eddie Moore coming. Has he been fouled? The referee given an advantage. There's surely no advantage there. The referee has given a free to Mullingar Shamrocks, which is going to be taken by Kieran Gavin. Anyone making the runs here for Gavin? Gavin here hits it to Micheál Curley. Micheál Curley to Donald Donoghue. Donald Donoghue on the ball. A winner with Westmeath in 2004 when they won a Leinster. He passes to Micheál Curley, another former Westmeath footballer. Micheál Curley now is still going with the ball. Anyone looking for him? He goes to Killian Butler. Butler on the ball now. Killian Butler here from London. He's got past his man. Killian Butler he's played Paddy Fagan. Paddy Fagan now has even foul. It's a clear foul there, but the referee is given an advantage, and no advantage has occurred, so it's going to be a free for Mullingar Shamrocks.
Yeah, that looks a fair call there from the referee. Paddy Fagan there probably was fouled, and the referee allowed him to play the advantage, but the advantage didn't accrue, so it's a free to Mullingar.
Dean Moore now going to take the free. Moore is going to look at the posts. He's going to have one look at it, and Dean Moore taps the ball straight between the posts. So that leaves 3 points between the teams with just under 12 minutes on the clock. It's Shandonagh 1 goal and 3 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 3 points. I have to say, Kieran, I'm very impressed with Niall Ward's use of the advantage rule so far. He seems to be doing a good job.
I don't think any day that you don't know as the referee, I always think it's a good day, and Dean seems to be, Niall seems to be doing a right good job there so far, but anyway, we won't put the commentators first.
Yeah, the referee is a very hard job, and it's not a job for the faint-hearted. But Donald O'Donoghue on the ball here. O'Donoghue, has he been fouled? He's gotten a lot of ball. He has been fouled, and it's a clear free there for Mullingar Shamrocks. They trail by 3 points, 1-3 to 3 points. Micheál Curley now on the ball. Micheál Curley, has he been fouled? Now it's a foul there, and it's another free for Mullingar Shamrocks. Shandonagh seem to be doing a lot of fouling here in the early stages.
Yeah, all of a sudden there, a lot of fouls, but I suppose fortunately it's out from outside the scoring distance, so probably it's a bit tactical. I'm sure they're afraid the long ball into Dara Daly. That's probably their big worry.
Micheál Curley there, has he lost possession? Has he been turned over? No. Mullingar Shamrock still on the ball. Brendan O'Reilly passes out to Donald Donoghue. Donald Donoghue again, the man on the ball from Mullingar Shamrocks. He hits the ball to Killian Butler. Killian Butler on the ball here. Butler to Dennis Caroon. Dennis Caroon is definitely good enough to score from that range. Dennis Caroon, but the shot looks to have gone to the right and wide, so it's a wide from Mullingar Shamrocks, who trail by 3 points with just over 13 minutes on the clock here in Coralstown Kinnegad GA ground.
It's a very entertaining game so far. The two teams are very tight. It's just a goal that separates from Cormac Coyne's goal, and again Conor Craig with the quick kick out to Luke Tynan. Luke is joint captain with Ben Traynor. Luke back over to his joint captain Ben Traynor to Conor McCrossan. Conor going across field up to Alan Hickey. Alan then also looking across field to Damien Moore. Damien normally plays a sweeper role for Shandonagh, but he seems to be playing.
Damien, a very, very experienced player for the men in blue. If this is correct, Kieran, this is the first ever meeting between Mullingar Shamrocks and Shandonagh in Championship football, because Shamrocks have not been down to intermediate in 50, I think it's since 1962 Shamrocks have been a senior team, and Shandonagh only got promoted there in 2018. It's their second year as senior, and both sides did not meet in last year's championship, so I don't think there's ever been a meeting between these two sides in championship football before.
Not in championship football, but this is their third meeting this year. Two games earlier on the year, and on both occasions Shamrocks won by a narrow margin.
Yeah, there was nothing between the sides, and Shandonagh won when the sides met in the 2019 league. So the sides have met in league campaign, but not so much in championship. Well, not at all in championship actually. So I often think, though, Kieran, that thing about records and teams having records over, I don't think that means too much. I think whatever happens in the past, like, it's different set of players, everything. Would you agree with me there?
Absolutely. Records are for the historians, and when you're playing football, it's always about the future. It's always about the next ball. It's all about the next score. So that's the way the focused teams play. Like, it's never about records. It's never about looking in the past.
And then Shandonagh now the ball here. It's actually a Shamrocks ball. It's gone back to Effie Sayod. Effie Sayod is a gifted footballer, but he gives it to Brendan O'Reilly. Effie Sayod now on the ball. Sayod to Dennis Croon. Dennis Croon back to Sayod. It goes to the Shamrocks player. I think it's Davy Gavin. Davy's after coming on in the Shamrocks team. I've been informed here. Porrick McKenna has came off there, so that's an early change from Mullingar Shamrocks. And Effie Sayod here, and it's a point for Effie Sayod. A great score here. So with 15 minutes on the clock, it's Shandonagh 1 goal and 3 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 4 points. Effie Sayod opening his account. So that's Shamrocks back to 2 points. And to be honest with you, Kieran, they've responded fairly well to an early concession of a goal.
I think so, yeah. Shamrocks have settled in well, and probably over the last 5 minutes you could say that Shamrocks have actually dominated, and Shandonagh have probably sat back a little bit since they've scored a goal.
Yeah, and now we're just going to break for a water break. It's the newest addition to Gaelic football. Kieran, in any games you've seen so far, what have been your thoughts on the whole water break?
Well, I think it's a bit unfair maybe to the team that has the momentum, and we're seeing there that the Shamrocks had the momentum there for the last 5 minutes, and it'll be interesting to see does the water break affect that momentum, and that has been a bit of concern, which I know with a few managers around the country, that the water break does seem to take the momentum out of the team.
Yeah, sometimes because Shamrocks have probably just gone slightly on top there, but the water break might halter momentum slightly. So Niall Ward there has called the players back. That's what it's meant to be, 60 seconds, a snappy water break, a gulp of water, and you're back on the pitch. It's not really meant to be for tactical huddles or anything.
Absolutely, yeah, but obviously managers want to get their points across and are obviously going to express their feelings and, you know, gee up certain players and see what's going wrong and have a one-to-one word with whatever players they decide to talk to. So that's obviously been used to full advantage by various managers. In fairness to Niall Ward, he's after cutting it very short, and it's about the shortest water break I've seen in the championship this season so far.
Shandonagh now just getting ready for the kick out. There's a free man there. Will they go short? Yeah. Mullingar Shamrocks, they seem to be conceding the kick out. Well, maybe not intentionally conceding, but Shandonagh always seem to have a man in possession. But Paddy Fagan is just challenging the man. I think it's Matthew Scully there in possession for Shandonagh. But Scully has done very well to come out with the ball. And now Shandonagh have the ball in midfield. Shandonagh, Scully here on the ball. It's a very good tackle from Dara Daly. Has he picked it off the ground? No, I don't think he did, to be fair to Scully, but it's a kick, the high ball in. They're going for that diagonal ball there in. Kieran Gavin, what a footballer, what a catch. He's a super defender and great stalwart to Mullingar Shamrocks. Owes them absolutely nothing. Was on the panel in 2007 when they lost to Turles Pass, then was captain in 2012 when they overcame Gary Castle after a replay, and then was a key player in 2018 when they also won a championship. So Kieran Gavin has 2 county medals. I think Donald Donoghue is the only Shamrocks man on the pitch with 3 at the moment. He's got 3 county medals. He was there in 2000 as well as being there in 2012 and 2018. Now Killian Butler on the ball. Killian Butler hits the ball to Davy Gavin. Davy Gavin now coming for Mullingar Shamrocks. Davy Gavin with a pass to Patrick Fagan. Paddy Fagan on the ball. Has he been fouled? Yes, says the referee, but there's an advantage occurred. Davy Gavin back. Oh, Shamrocks seem to have lost possession, but no, the referee there, the Shandonagh bench are confused with that decision, but I think the referee had given the advantage and he's coming back now for a free to Mullingar Shamrocks.
Yeah, in fairness, if the referee was given the advantage, it was a fairly long advantage, I thought, but it definitely didn't look like a foul. Dara Conway pulled on the ball. It seemed to be, it wasn't as if he pulled on the man. So, but obviously Niall Ward was probably playing the advantage.
He must have been, because the ball is just coming back here for a free, so it's on the 45 metre line, the free. But I think that's where Paddy Fagan was fouled initially, so I think it is an advantage there for Mullingar Shamrocks. And Killian Butler now has a chance. He's a long way out now, but he's got a chance to reduce the deficit to 1 point and bring Mullingar Shamrocks right back into contention. But he's not opted to go for a short pass, and it's the playmaker, a deep lying playmaker as you call him if you're playing soccer or playing Football Manager, Donald Donoghue. He's getting on loads and loads of ball here around the middle of the park. Donald Donoghue now, who is calling for it? Mihal Curley has the ball. Curley on the ball for Mullingar Shamrocks. Curley passes to Dean Moore. Dean Moore again. Moore has the ball. He goes backwards to to Dennis Croon, even a good pass there. Butler again. Now Killian Butler is having a very good game for Mullingar Shamrocks. He's shown for the ball and he's getting on it and he's making stuff happen there for the boys from Mullingar Town. Now he's been fouled there. That looks a bit on the softer side, but Shamrocks will take it. It goes into Lurcon Smith. Lurcon Smith, he's a preferred left foot. Butler on the ball and Killian Butler reduces the deficit to 1. Shandonagh 1 goal and 3 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 5 points. We've played 19 minutes and 16 seconds here in Corristown, Kinnegad, and the gap is back down to 1 point.
Yeah, I thought that was quite a soft free out here, but look at a well taken point. and definitely the water break done Mullingar Shamrocks no harm in terms of momentum. So a great catch there by Conor McCrossan, who's not exactly the tallest man in the field, but he absolutely reached the clouds for that ball. And Conor, unfortunately,
it's a turnover, but it's a free to Shandonagh now. Again, that might be slightly harsh, but the referee saw something to give a foul, and it probably was a foul. So Shandonagh now on their own 65-metre line are going to have a chance to play with the ball here. Conor McCrossan looking for a supporting player, but he's got someone there out on the far side. McCrossan has Shandonagh now coming again. McCrossan back in possession even. McCrossan there hits it into Luke Tynan. Tom Malloy is making the run, but he's being well marshalled by Killian Daly. And himself and Daly, I think they Westmeath teammates there. And so Brendan O'Reilly now is deemed to have fouled the man in possession. Luke Tynan kicks the ball in. Killian Daly, has he fouled Malloy? No, it's good defending from Daly. But the referee has given a foul, and it probably was a foul on Malloy.
Yeah, it seemed that his arm was held, so like that's definitely a foul, and hopefully Tom will be able to manage this one, put it over the bar for Shandonagh, because they need to get a score here to settle them back into the game. I don't think they've scored since that goal, so it's very important that Shandonagh get this one.
Yeah, it's a big score and a big free even for Malloy. Now it's certainly within his range. You would expect him, but it's definitely not in the gimme category. Like if you were doing the report, you wouldn't be registering as a score before the ball's been kicked. But Malloy here, I've seen they could or maybe some people might, but I think it's definitely a tricky free for Malloy, who takes a look at the post and he hits the ball. It looks over the bar. It's a very good score from Tom Malloy. So that's Shandonagh's 4th point, 1-4 Shandonagh, 5 points to Mullingar Shamrocks. 21 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock in Coralstown, Kinnegad. And over the far side of Coralstown, Kinnegad, you have County Meath there. It's a real border club, Coralstown, Kinnegad are. So it's very good grounds here. The floodlights are working very well tonight. It's a great venue to have a match in the absence of spectators here. No spectators allowed under government guidelines. Philly Shaw has tried a short kick out there. Killian Daly looking to get on possession. Killian Daly, he's kept the ball in. He has kept it in, and he's Daly now back to Kieran Gavin. Kieran Gavin on the ball. Gavin back to Philip Shaw. Philip Shaw, the goalkeeper for Mullingar Shamrocks, hits the kick, goes to Dennis Croon. Dennis Croon, a man with real ability, as mentioned earlier, to make a difference in the game. Dennis carries the ball into the middle of the park. The ball is just kicked. It's a misplaced pass there from Croon, and it's gone over the line. It's going to be a line ball to Shandonagh, and Shandonagh have managed to turn over possession there. Shandonagh here in defence, coming out. Ball goes to Alan Hickey. Alan Hickey on the ball here for Shandonagh. Shandonagh now still coming strong. It's the ball in. Who has the ball? Shandonagh have it in the forwards. There's a goal on here if they get it, if they can master it, but they might take the point. Oh, it's come back off the post. That was a great chance for Shandonagh, and it could live. Cormac Coyne, their effort smacked off the post, and they could live to rue that miss as Mickey Boyle turns over the Shamrocks defence. Ben Traynor on the ball. Tom Malloy goes for it. Malloy kicks the ball. It's not going over. It's going to drop. Mihal Curley catch it. Brilliant catch from Curley. An ever reliable merchant in the Mullingar Shamrocks defence. Dennis Caroon on the ball. Caroon here looking for a pass. What option is on? Paddy Fagan. Oh, it hits Paddy Fagan on the head. Lurcon Smith comes in, and that is definitely a foul, and it's a clear foul there, and Shandonagh have a chance to stretch their lead to 3 points.
Yeah, I suppose Cormac Coyne was very unlucky there. Great long ball in from Dara Conway to Luke Tynan. Luke Tynan straight into Cormac Coyne, and Cormac hit a rasper. Unfortunately, it hit the upright and came out, and unfortunate, but anyway, that's the way it is. It's now a free in for Tom Malloy after a foul there on Cormac Gordon.
Malloy goes short with the free. Alan Hickey with the shot. Hickey gets the ball puts the ball. It's the umpire is going to wave his hands up in the air, and he's waving the ball wide. It looked like it could have been a point, but the umpire has called the ball wide. Philly Shaw now going to take a kick out there. Mullingar Shamrocks 5 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 4. Just under 26 or 25 minutes on the clock even here or 24 minutes even on the clock here in Coralstown, Kinnegad. The clock is pointing downwards here, so it can be hard to calculate the time, but it's a good kick there from Philip Shaw. It goes to Brendan O'Reilly on the ball. 23 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock, I'm informed, and Mihal Curley has it. Mihal Curley playing out with defence. Curley is fouled. Curley is fouled there, and the referee has called a free.
Yeah, I suppose Alan Hickey a tactical foul there, and it slowed the game down, so but it allows the Shandonagh backs, who seem to be a bit all over the place there at that stage, to regroup.
Dean Moore now looking for the ball. Has it gone over the line? Dean Moore managed to keep it in. It's a line ball to Shandonagh. He wasn't fouled, the linesman deemed and the referee deemed, and Shandonagh to overturn possession. Shandonagh now coming out again, as they've done very well so far. Shandonagh seem to be playing the better football so far. They're definitely full value for their 2-point lead as they recycle possession in the middle of the park. Conor McCrossan on the ball. McCrossan plays it back to Ben Traynor. Ben Traynor passes now to his man Cormac Coyne. Shandonagh now cornerback is up. Coyne on the ball. Coyne in possession. Coyne plays it back to Hickey. Hickey hits a short pass there. Shandonagh now, are they through for a score? Oh, it's very, very smart play from the Shandonagh wing back. The goalkeeper has to go there. Philly Shaw, that's a good piece of goalkeeping from the Mullingar Shamrocks goalkeeper, who's had a good game so far, has Philly Shaw in the goals. Who is supporting him? It's Killian Daly, another Westmeath player. Shandonagh players calling for a free. The referee gives it, and this free is in scoring range. Did you see what the free was for, Kieran?
It seemed to be he drew the boot on Ben Traynor. I think it's Ben anyway. Centre back for Shandonagh, captain. He's okay. He's up and running. So again, I think Tom took a free from this position only about 10 minutes ago and unfortunately missed it. So we'll see how he does this time.
I will be hoping to put this over the bar and leave 3 points between the teams. It's Shandonagh 1-4, Mullingar Shamrocks 5 points. This will put 3 between them. Malloy there wearing number 13. Niall Ward there is a step back and is in position as the Mullingar Shamrocks defence to regroup. They're trying to maybe possession a kick out. This is, if it doesn't go over, it's very likely to go wide. So Malloy now on the ball, has one look at the post, steps up. Malloy puts the ball over the bar, so it's a point from Shandonagh. Shandonagh 1 goal and 5 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 5 points.
Yeah, a well taken point there from Tom Malloy, and as I said there 5 minutes ago, he had a point from the same position, so it was great to see him putting that one over the bar. It'll restore his confidence.
Philly Shaw now going to take the kick out for Shamrocks here. Shamrocks men around the middle of the park looking for the ball. Make a run, it goes, it's a good kick out from Philly Shaw. It certainly has the distance. Dara Daly on the ball. Break, Dara Daly looks like caught it, but the ball dropped. Effie Sayod wins the break. Goes to Paddy Fagan. Paddy Fagan there kicks the ball into Davy Gavin. Davy Gavin does very well to win it. Davy Gavin, but he's not fouled. He doesn't get the free. He passes to Dara Daly for his foul. And it's another one of those tactical fouls, Kieran, is it?
Yeah, I think just Ben Traynor was a bit over anxious, and obviously the referee saw a foul there, but it's landed right into the goal, the arms of Conor Craig. Conor straight out to Damien Moore, and Damien, as I say, plays a great role as sweeper. He on to left wing back Dara Conway. Dara has won a free there. It's
a free there for Shandonagh. It's up high up the pitch, but Paddy Fagan's effort there dropped short. But 27 minutes on the clock here, and like Shandonagh are well in control, and Mullingar Shamrocks are going to be in a relegation final next week, or whenever the next one. I think it's in 2 weeks' time if they can, to improve here, because Shandonagh are looking like definitely like the better team as Conor Craig comes out of the goals with the ball. Conor Craig there kicks the ball, it goes down. Who wins the ball? Mickey Boyle or Eddie Moore? Eddie Moore has it. No, Mickey Boyle has done well to win it. Mickey Boyle in possession now. Mickey Boyle, is he going to have a shot? No, he passes back to Tom Malloy. Tom Malloy shoots, doesn't hit the ball right, but it's going to drop for Kieran Gavin there, and Kieran Gavin, he loses out, but Philly Shaw gets the ball. The referee has called for a free in front of the post for Shandonagh for a foul on the ground. I think that could have been inside the large parallelogram, but I think because it was a technical foul, it's been given as a free as opposed to a penalty because it was picked off the ground.
It looks like that, yeah. It definitely is. He's not calling it for a penalty anyway, so it looks like usually a technical foul. Yeah, the punishment for a technical foul inside the penalty area is actually a free in front of the post. While if there's a technical foul inside the small square, which is the goalkeeper's 6-yard box, it's a penalty. But Shandonagh are now going to take this free, and this is going to be an absolute certain point, and this is going to put Shandonagh into a 4-point lead, just with a minute and a half remaining of the first half, plus whatever Niall Ward opts to add on for injuries and stoppages. As Tom Malloy, it's a very, very straightforward free here for Malloy, and it's going to put Shandonagh 4 points in front. As Kieran Gavin, I think he's just stepping back there, and the ball, Tom Malloy puts the ball between the posts. So Shandonagh 1 goal and 6 points, Mullingar Shamrocks 5 points. Just under 29 minutes on the clock here in Coralstown Kinnegal GAA grounds. 165 points here as Philly Shaw steps up for the kick out. Killian Daly is just there looking for possession, but it's going to go long. Paddy Fagan is making a run towards it, as is Dennis Crew. He'd actually go short. He's proven, as I didn't think he would, but the Shandonagh bench are absolutely screaming that the man was inside the box, as
Now they're calling for something here. I don't know what they're calling for, but Episode there. Apologies if any inappropriate language is picked up on the stream as Eddie Moore comes with the ball. Eddie Moore, Episode and the ball. Episode, has he been fouled? No, the ball has been overturned. He's been dispossessed superly there by the Shandonagh forward. As Shandonagh now make a run in, Kieran Gavin, Tom Malloy gets it, but the ball, it looked to be a very good pass, but it's just gone over the game line.
Yeah, Cormac kind of had two options there. He decided to pick the long ball into Cormac or into Tom Malloy. Unfortunately, just ran away from Tom. But I felt that Conor had another option there to his right. Dara Conor was full steam ahead with nobody on him. So look, that's the call you have to make on the spur of the moment in Gaelic football.
Philip Shaw now going to take the kick out as the first half injury time is up. I think the first half injury time is up, or the first half time is up. The injury time is going to be played even. Track myself there as Dennis Caroon. Oh, what a catch from Caroon. Super play. Dennis now, is anyone making a support run? It's a good pass there from Michael Curley on the ball. Curley on the ball for Shamrocks. Hits Kieran Gavin. Kieran Gavin in possession. A good ball in from Gavin into Lurcon Smith. Lurcon Smith gets the ball to Dara Daly. Dara Daly down to Smith. Has he got it up on it? Lurcon Smith, the referee has indicated it's not a foul. I think it's directed. It didn't look like a foul. But what's happened? Has he overcarried the ball? Everyone's looking at Niall Ward for a signal. Niall Ward has signalled a free into Mullingar Shamrocks.
Yeah, look, we weren't close enough to see exactly what happened there, but obviously it's a free in for Shamrocks, and Niall Ward is a lot closer than we are, so he's the referee and we in, so that's the way it goes. Free to be taken here by Killian Butler. Butler now about maybe 30 metres out for Mullingar Shamrocks, but it's definitely within his range. And this would be a big score. It might lead it into a 3-point game, a one-score game going into the half. And a half where Shandonagh have dominated, but Killian Butler hits the ball, and it looks to be good. Is it good? The umpire raises the white flag. It's a point for Mullingar Shamrocks. So Shandonagh 1 goal and 6 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 6 points. I didn't see any figure go up for the time added on at the end of the first half, but there wasn't too many injuries or stoppages, so they can't imagine there'd be too much time added on. Yeah, we're right there. The referee calls full time. It looks like it could have been a skirmish there at the end, but no, the players have walked away. So half time at the end of the first half here in Coruscant, Killygan, it's Shandonagh 1 goal and 6 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 6 points. Yep, I think it's really a close game here. It's just got ebbs and flows. Shandonagh probably in the last 5 minutes since the water break actually. You could say just before the water break, Shamrocks were the dominant team and probably dominated for a couple of minutes after. But since that, then in the last 10 minutes, Shandonagh have really come into the game. Unfortunate, maybe the Cormac Coyne could have got a second goal. But it's interesting to see a couple of aerial duels down there in the Mullingar full back line with Gavin and Coyne there going head for really high balls.
Time here in Coruscant, Kenny Gadge, Shandonagh 1 goal and 6 points, Shamrock 6 points. We'll back to you very shortly for the second half.
Oh yeah, it's not going to go again.
No.
Please don't do anything wrong, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you turned it off there.
Get the machine in there.
Now we're underway here for the second half, and Coruscant Kinnegad is about 11 seconds gone in the half as Shandonagh come out of defence. Shandonagh here with the ball around midfield. Mullingar Shamrocks have a big, huge half here to save their senior stars. Well, I wouldn't say save their senior stars because they do get another chance next week, but having lost 3 successive games, it would be very, very hard to come back and win a fourth, especially against a team like Collier, Castledaly, those teams are used to kind of, especially Castledaly, they're well used to winning games. They have to win, and they're a very, very proud senior club for years. They won the championship in 2008. The same day, Mullingar Shamrocks won a minor championship. Mullingar Shamrocks haven't won a minor championship since, and as Castledaly have not won a senior championship either since that day in 2008. As Dean Moore comes on the ball here, Dean Moore passes out to Killian Daly. Killian Daly has a great chance now of the goal, but he needs to get something out of it. Killian Daly, the ball goes over the bar. An opportunity for a goal there, but I'm sure Shamrocks will take the point.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm not sure. I think Conor Craig got his hand to that. It looked as if he might. No, sorry, the umpires didn't see it. So sorry, that was the wrong call by me. But look at them take the point.
Killian Daly puts 2 points between the teams just after half-time. Shandonagh 1 goal and 6 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 7 points. Conor Craig kicks the ball out. Conor Craig, Killian Daly looked to have it, but Shandonagh had one possession in the kick out. Shandonagh just seemed to be that bit sharper on the breaking ball. Shandonagh here now, Dennis Cruz chasing the man. The ball goes and it's dropping short, well held by Philip Shaw in the Mullingar Shamrocks goal mouth. As Kieran Gavin plays a good ball out of defence. Kieran Gavin to Lurcon Smith. Kieran Gavin could have been very used to playing out of defence. He was a goalkeeper for Mullingar Athletic and was asked to go on a trial with West Ham United. As the ball there goes with Lurcon Smith. Lurcon Smith to Patrick Fagan. Patrick Fagan on the ball. Patrick Fagan hits the ball out to Donal O'Donoghue. Donal O'Donoghue now. There's another goal chance for Mullingar Shamrocks here. Donal O'Donoghue, he goes with the left foot, and again he'll take the point. Has he got the point? The umpire says yes. A point for Mullingar Shamrocks, halves the deficit and leaves the minimum between the sides. Shandonagh 1 goal and 6 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 8 points, with just over 32 minutes played here in Corrigan.
Yeah, well taken point there from Donal, and an interesting point. Donal O'Donoghue, I think he's the oldest man of the Shamrocks team, and he's actually a twin of Alan Hickey's. The two of them were born on the one day in the one hospital. So this is interesting.
Yeah, Hickey and Donal are great friends as well. I think they might have played together for Westmeath underage.
That's right, yeah. Two great stalwarts of the game.
Yeah, two great stalwarts and two players who are having a big impact on this game. So I think Alan's brother Kevin was over Shandonagh when they won the championship in 2018.
Yeah, Kevin brought the intermediate team to 2 finals and won the second one in 2018.
Yeah, I'm sure Kevin is listening to this game tonight. No prouder Shandonagh man around the county as Shandonagh come out with defence here. Tom Malloy on the ball. Tom Malloy lively forward. He hits it. Killian Daly now has missed a tackle and Shandonagh come through. Now is there a chance here for Shandonagh to restore their 2-point advantage? The wing back has he played too much for the referee says play on. Tom Malloy on the ball goes for the favourite left foot. What very good block from Killian Daly. Is touching the ground. The referee says no. Shamrocks win the possession. Now Shamrocks have looked a different team since the restart. They look like the team who are playing for their lives, which is what they're doing at the moment. The most high-profile team in recent years to get relegated was at Loan in 2014 it was, as Lurcon Smith loses the ball there and the ball goes wide and will restart with Shandonagh kick out. But Athlone got relegated in 2014. They were the longest serving team in Westmeath football history. They won 6 in a row championships. I think that was between 1955 and 1961. I think Riverstown Emmets won a lot back before World War I back in the day. That's the old Calucan. As Conor Craig here coming with the kick out. Conor Craig here on the ball. Brother of Aaron Craig. Aaron Craig is a Wexford hurler there, plays for St Anne's. They lost out to Owler to Ballot in the Wexford hurling quarter final. They lost to St Martin's in the final last year. Aaron Craig also formerly hurler with Oliver Plunkett Mullingar. As the ball comes there, the ball Cormac Coyne, it's a clear foul from Kieran Gavin and it's a free. And now Coyne reacts a bit there. Kieran Gavin would be better not to engage in reacting or anything like that, because when people often if you engage in those kind of stuff, it often leads to a distraction in the game. As Shandonagh come here with possession, Shandonagh the ball out there goes to Luke Tynan in possession. Eddie Moore, it's a free in to Shandonagh. It's a ball kicked in. The ball goes in. Philly Shaw comes through the ball. He has to get it. Philly Shaw. He hasn't got it, and he's lucky. He's actually lucky that Hickey has been fouled there, because if Hickey was not fouled, that would be a clear goal for Shandonagh.
Absolutely, great positional sense there from Alan Hickey. I'm not sure whether he was in there on purpose or there has been a switch, but Alan really a class game or a playmaker, and was on the receiving end of that foul there, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a card here for Phil Shaw.
It could be a black card, and I don't think Shamrocks have a sub-goalkeeper on the bench, so this could be right trouble at Shamrocks here. I see Tom Hunt in the stand here, a former Shamrocks goalkeeper, could be called to get his boots. Like Laz Malloy was the other goalkeeper there. Laz Malloy was called over in Croke Park. Laz Malloy, properly, was sitting up in the stand. He's a Shamrocks selector, and it's a ball here with free here for Shandonagh. This could be a point for Malloy, but it's a yellow card anyway for Philip Shaw, so he's avoided that situation where Shamrocks will have to bring on an outfielder in goals as Malloy now steps up. He's at front of the post. Malloy here at the edge of the D. Tom Malloy puts the ball over the bar. It's a point for Shandonagh. Shandonagh 1 goal and 7 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 8 points. 35 minutes on the clock. 24 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the match as Philip Shaw goes to take the kick out. Philip Shaw now. A good goalkeeper was there in 2008. He didn't get the county medal in 2012. Was away that year. Ronan Turrell deputised in goals, but people would have been delighted if a Shamrocks contingent for Philly Shaw when he got his medal in 2018. Philip Shaw, the referee, is he looking for someone? The referee, no, he's waving the kick out to go ahead. It's Shandonagh 7, Mullingar Shamrocks 8 points. It's a free. Shandonagh bench. They think this is a chance for them to record a victory over Mullingar Shamrocks today. Tom Malloy on the ball. Malloy being transferred to the righty. Tom Malloy there. Tom Malloy hits the centre forward. Goes back to Conor McCrossan. Conor McCrossan on the ball. McCrossan goes back. Who has the ball for Shandonagh?
Luke Tynan there. Luke Tynan on the receiving end of a good pass there from McCrossan. Or Luke then over to Tom Malloy. Tom Malloy to Conor McCrossan. McCrossan then looking for someone on the inside. Conor trying to carry ball to the tackle. Yes, he's nice pass. Offload to nicely Tom Malloy. Tom Malloy to Cormac Gordon. Cormac Gordon, beautiful ball into Cormac Gordon. Unfortunately, Cormac Gordon loses.
That was an excellent piece of defending by Kieran Gavin. He's had a good game today. Now Gavin's gone down there. The referee has seen up to him. I didn't see what was in there. Did you see what was in there?
I didn't know, but it's a really great tussle between Gavin and Coyne in there all day. Gavin got the better of that one, but it's a really great tussle between the two of them.
Yeah, Kieran Gavin's having a very good game. Mullingar Shamrocks 8 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 7. 37 minutes on the clock here. Shandonagh manager David Scahill down in front of us, a native of Roscommon originally, but based with Shandonagh for a long time. Mihal Curley plays the ball out to Killian Daly. Mihal Curley in possession. Curley there on the ball for Shamrocks. Curley still running with the ball. Curley in possession here. Where is number 6 on his back? Who's supporting him? He's played to Effie Sayod. Effie Sayod had a good game for Shamrocks. He has. Effie Sayod on the ball. His younger brother Matthew is also a playing member of Mullingar Shamrocks. Effie Sayod there. It's a good pass. Now this is a chance of a goal for Dara Daly. Dara Daly's showing goalie pass to D Moore. He has to score. D Moore scores. It's a goal for Shamrocks. Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 8. Shandonagh 1 goal and 7. And the sound you hear is an eerie silence around the stand in Corristown, Kinnegad, as Dean Moore puts the ball in the back of the net. But Kieran, an excellent piece of play from Dara Daly.
Absolutely excellent piece of play and great manoeuvring there from Shamrocks. They seem to have the extra man, and that seems to have a couple of times in the second half. Shandonagh seems to be a man in the rears in defence. So it's not the first time that Shamrocks have created over that in the second half.
Super piece of play there from Dara Daly. Dean Moore, there's no better man for Shamrocks to finish the ball into the back of the net. Shamrocks 1 goal and 8. Shandonagh 1 goal and 7. Mickey Boyle is there in possession. Is down injured for Shandonagh.
Yeah, Mickey Boyle seems to be down injured, and Adam Traynor seems to be coming on. Not sure for who.
Player down injured here. Just wondering what the delay is. The referee is talking to the umpires. Shamrocks 1-8, Shandonagh 1-7. I don't think there's any question they're going to disallow the goal. I think just the player is down injured. But there's a sub here coming on for Shandonagh. Is there Adam Trainor's on? Is it?
Adam Traynor is on, and Effie seems to be down injured. Is that right? Yeah.
Sub here gone on here. Just seeing who's gone off. Ben Trainor's going off. Is here? Who's gone? Adam Trainor's on. Ben Trainor's still on the pitch. Just trying to see who's gone off here for Shandonagh. Mickey Boyle is the man down injured. I think Mickey Boyle on the line there, and I think Adam Trainor's gone on. So it's a straight swap, is it, between Adam Traynor and Mickey Boyle?
Yeah, it looks like Adam is heading into the full forward line, or half forward line, sorry. So no, Mickey is back on. So I actually work this one out.
We're just going to have a look at the replay of the goal here, just to bring you up to date with what happened. Going to have a look at it just here. Mickey Boyle looks to have gone off for. No, sorry, we can't get a replay unfortunately, but it was a very, very good goal. So Mullingar Shamrocks hold a slender 1-8 to 1-7 lead. As the clocks, it's not stopped, but the referee's clock will be stopped here. Conor Craig down injured for Shandonagh. He's had a good game in the goal so far. Has Conor, a good goalkeeper. He hurls with Choran there out the road there, and his brother's hurled with St. Oliver Plunkets, and they couldn't meet in the intermediate hurling championship yet. His brother actually hurls with Oliver Plunkets now, just called Greg the Soul, but his other brother hurls with St. Anne's in Rathangan in Wexford. Now it's just waiting for play to restart. So up here, Mickey warming up for Shamrocks. This fella here warming up for Shandonagh. Sub goalie for Shandonagh is warming up as would be expected. Now Conor Craig is just getting ready to take the kick out, so thankfully he's okay. The Shandonagh goalkeeper. I think the referee for Shandonagh having a word with the ref. He must be trying to clarify something there, Kieran.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here now. Maybe he's got a word with the ref, so.
The referee is just asking Jim Roth, the linesman, if there's a sub made. There's no sub made yet, so Adam Traynor is just coming off again. He is. So now the referee's gone in with the slip here, and looks like there's a sub coming through now. It must have been a blood sub. It must have just been a temporary substitution there for Shandonagh. Is what that was. So a temporary substitution for Shandonagh, and no, so Adam Traynor's gone on. So it's not a temporary sub. It's very, very confusing here. Apologies for the messages coming through, but there's no PA, no one announcing, and no fans. So it's very hard to know exactly what's happening, but that sub has gone through for Shandonagh. Adam Traynor for Mickey Boyle. Ball going out there, and it's a kick out, and Shamrocks have one possession. Shamrocks very much in the driving seat now at the moment, aren't they, Kieran, with 12 minutes.
Yeah, and it's a total reflection on this game. It seemed to ebb and flow. You know, certain teams, Shamrocks are definitely in dominance now, as Darragh Daly holds a mark, and wide. That's one of the confusions around. Like that ball there, Darragh Daly or Lurcan Smith was standing inside the 45 when he kicked the ball, so the ball couldn't have been an advanced mark. Like Darragh Daly, how was he meant to be at where the player was standing when he kicked the mark? So like it's a confusion. And also, I don't think you can make a mark from a sideline ball. So it's a very, very confusing rule, and one that's absolutely sure to cause confusion in future years. As Conor Craig there steps up to kick the ball for Shandonagh. Shamrocks are having a bit of an aggressive squeeze up in the kickouts at the moment. As the ball breaks there, Donald Donahue, that man again on the ball. Donald Donahue, he's done very little wrong in this game so far, and he's won another free there. Now, what did you make of that decision, Kieran? I didn't think it was a free, but again, endorsing your remarks there, the Shamrocks seem to be pushing up on the Shandonagh kickouts, and it's causing some problems.
One possession, Kieran Butler carried that ball into touch, so it's a line ball for Shandonagh, and Shandonagh need to get possession, need to do something fast. They've only scored 1 point since the restart they have, and Shamrocks have scored 1 goal and 2. So Shamrocks have been slightly on top since the restart. Now, I want to remind people viewing and listening that in the event of a draw, extra time will be played, and potentially a penalty shootout could be played. I don't know has there ever been a penalty shootout used in a Westmeath Senior Championship match. It could be the first ever penalty shootout tonight if the scores remain level after 80 minutes, not 60, 80 minutes, including 2 10-minute periods of extra time. As Shandonagh again fouled from out of defence, and the ball has been brought up there for Shandonagh. Now, is this within Malloy's range?
No, and Malloy doesn't take it. It's a quick ball in from Darragh Conway to Cormac Coyne.
On the ball, Coyne is going to have a shot. Kieran Gavin has done a good job. He's up the ball twice, and it's a very, very good spot from Niall Ward there, the referee. And I think Ward in general has had a very, very good game. He's a former inter-county referee, and Ward, and he's doing a good job tonight. It's very easy to point fingers at referees and blame them, but it's also easy to praise. It should be praised on the other hand when the praise is due. As FB Sayod here coming out with the ball. Sayod passes it to Killian Daly. Killian Daly, and I think they played minor together for Shamrocks. A very good minor team that was. As Donald Donahue comes up with the ball. Donald Donahue has it. Donahue hits a hop and so that he hits the ball to Michal Curley. A short hand pass. Curley on the ball to Dennis Croon. Dennis Croon on the ball. Croon here hits Lurcan Smith. Smith in possession. A former footballer with Mullingar, Shandonagh and St. Vincent's. He surely overcarried it. The referee has other ideas, but Alan Hickey overturns the ball. Hickey on the ball here for Shandonagh. Hickey hits the ball. It's a short pass to the centre forward. Now Shandonagh have a chance to reduce the deficit to get the game even. Alan Traynor, the substitute, passes out to the wing back, and that ball looks to have gone to the left and wide.
They're cut the angle too much and kicked that ball wide. Kicked that ball wide. So again, a wasted chance there from Shandonagh.
15 minutes remaining in the game. We're on the 3-quarter mark. Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 8 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 7 as the referee calls a water break, and Shandonagh will be glad not only to get the water but also to get maybe themselves together as they're a point down. 15 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I think this is a chance for Shandonagh to regroup, and I must say this is the third championship game I've seen Shandonagh in this year, and that third quarter that we're all after witnessing, it was always their weak quarter. Lomans came back at them in that third quarter. Turles Pass came back at them in that third quarter, and now we're after witnessing Shamrocks making a big comeback. So it's time now for Shandonagh to man up, unless they're looking towards the relegation zone.
Yeah, it'll be harsh final because they've lost matches to Lomans, Turles Pass, and Shamrocks. So we're three of the teams who've dominated Westmeath football in recent years. That is the look of the draw. But the look of the draw hasn't gone with Shandonagh this year. Now, Mullingar Shamrocks were seeded first in their group, and they ended up coming second, and they ended up losing to the second and third seeds, and that put them into a relegation playoff. Well, Shandonagh were the third seeds, and as were Collery and Castledaly. So there was 3 third seeds in the group, and it's 3 third seeds out of the 4 relegation semi-finalists, and one first seed. So Shamrocks would be expected to win this on paper, but apologies there, just off there briefly, but Shandonagh coming in possession here. Looks could be a sub there for Shandonagh. The ball here. The referee has given a free in Shandonagh, and this will be a great chance. It's on the wrong side from Malloy, but he still should have enough to put the ball over the bar. Has there been a sub there, Kieran, for Shandonagh?
Yeah, Shandonagh, who's number 4 cornerback, has come off, and Darren Bishu, who's a county minor, has come on. And they're 2 similar style players. Both of them love to attack, both of them very strong on the attack, but also very good defenders as well, able to get back into defensive positions when called upon to do so.
Free here, and just see Malloy has left it to Alan Hickey to take this free, a right-footed free taker, and Hickey now has had a good game. This is probably within his range.
No comment.
I'll read into that what you make of it, but Hickey now on the ball here. Alan Hickey steps up, see whether he can score this or not, and level the game. Alan Hickey on the ball. Yep, it is within his range. He's gone over the.
Brilliant. I didn't want to give the commentator's cursor, that's why there was no comment on that.
Shamrocks now going to restart with the kick out here with Philly Shaw. 1-8 to Shamrocks, 1-8 Shandonagh. Peter Leahy on the line for Shandonagh, the current Mayo senior ladies manager, even as Philly Shaw prepares to take this kick out. It's a good kick from Shaw. It goes down to Shandonagh man up, Donahue again on the ball. Super stuff from Donahue. Killian Butler on the ball for Shamrocks. Butler plays the ball inside to the line. Butler to Davy Gavin. Davy Gavin on the ball. Has it been a high tackle? The referee, it looked like a foul, and the referee has given a free to Shamrocks. Davy Gavin actually scored the point, but there'll be a free. The advantage was not played on this occasion, and there'll be a chance for Shamrocks to go in front with 11 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this match.
Yeah, I don't think Shandonagh can have any complaints about that. It seemed to be a high tackle from Kevin Boyle. Kevin is a very clean player, but unfortunately his tackle was a bit high. I don't think Shandonagh supporters can have any complaints about that.
Killian Butler now stepping up to take the free.
Killian
Butler puts the ball wide, it looks like. The umpire has gone to the right and wide. The umpire has signalled the wide, so I think it did look wide. So that's definitely a missed opportunity for Shamrocks, that is, and it'll frustrate them in a way, because Davy Gavin did play an advantage and put the ball over the bar, but the referee had blown the whistle, and that's what the players must play on. Lurkon Smith here is the Shamrocks are going high. They're not leaving anyone free for the Shandonagh kick out. Oh, and it's kicked it straight to Dara Daly. He has, as Killian Butler comes through on goal. Killian Butler, has he been fouled? The referee is gone there. He's gone. What is he signalling the referee? There's been no signal given. It's either going to be a free or a 45 to Shamrocks. Just see what the referee is signaling. I think he's signaling a 45. Yep, the ball is going out for a 45. Shamrocks look to have a goal there, but Dara Daly, I think he passed it over and the ball was kicked out and it's gone out for a 45. Killian Butler has a chance here to put Shamrocks in front. Shamrocks 1 goal and 8 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 8 points. 49 minutes played here in the match. Killian Butler looking for a ball here. He is. I think though, Kieran, we've seen enough from either of these teams. I don't know how the other game is going, but either of these teams tonight, they look like that. They'll probably have enough to avoid it, even if it does come down to it.
Yeah, but like that, I wouldn't take either of the other teams for granted. No team wants to be in a relegation battle next weekend. It's do or die next weekend. I thought it was a great intervention there from the Shandonagh backs. Dara Conway just got a boot in and put that ball out for a 45. It seemed that Shamrocks were through for a goal otherwise.
Yeah, no, Killian Butler going to take this 45. Just over 50 minutes played here in Carlstown Killygat. Butler hits the ball, he hits it to the left and wide. So another wide to Mullingar Shamrocks. They don't have a wide count there, but Shamrocks have missed an awful lot of chances and they could come back to haunt them come full time. Less than 10 minutes remaining. Shandonagh 1 goal and 8 points. Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 8 points as Conor Craig prepares to kick it. Now Shamrocks are really squeezing up zonally in this half. It looks to be man-to-man Arizona, but like they're really going for this. They are. The ball kicked out there. Mihal Curley wins it. Mihal Curley. Now Shamrocks, they're showing their experience here on the kickouts. They're doing a good. No, the ball bounced. It was not a pick off the ground. Davy Gavin on it. Davy Gavin has it. Davy Gavin. Patrick Fagan on the ball. Goes to Mihal Curley. Dean Moore on it. Is he fouled? No, he's not fouled. He goes back to Patrick Fagan. Great support by Fagan, but he lost it. Was he kicked? No, he wasn't. It's a good decision from the referee as Shandonagh played the ball out of defence. Conor McCrossan on the ball here. Just seeing 45 minutes played in the other matches. Castlemaine 9 points, Collery 2-3. So that match is also level. The ball here goes to Kieran Gavin. Kieran Gavin has had a superb second half. Now Mullingar Shamrocks are certainly on top, and they'll really rue this period of dominance if they don't win the match. The ball goes to Killian Butler. Killian Butler now on the ball. He's got past his man. No, it's a play on to the referee. Killian Butler here as he was fouled. Now that is surely a black card. That is what the black card was brought in for. It was a clear foul and Butler going through and goal. Will it be a black card, Kieran?
It's very hard to call. I felt that Darren Beattie was unfortunate not to get a free just before that incident, but the referee ruled it wasn't a free, and then it went on to the next tackle, and there's definitely going to be a card taken out on this one.
I think that's what the black card was brought in for. It's deliberately dragging down an opponent, and if he doesn't get a black card, he'll be missed. The sub here coming on for Shandonagh, and we're going to see what colour the card. It's a black card, and Shandonagh will finish the game with 14 players, as that means the player goes into the sin bin, and there's less than 10 minutes remaining. So that is a huge boost for Shamrocks, as Dean Moore looks at to put this over the bar. A huge boost for Shamrocks, Kieran. He can't have much complaints with the black card, but as you said, it could have been a free Shandonagh for charging.
Yeah, unfortunately for Ben Traynor, got a black card, and unfortunately this time last year in our penultimate game against Rosemont, Ben was very, very unfortunate there too. But look, Ben, I suppose I'll argue that he had very few options. Shamrock looked to be through on goal only for that intervention, and instead of that, Shamrock have got a point from it. So I suppose, look at Ben done a very brave, he done a very, I would say, tactical foul, but it is what it is.
It's a point there from Dean Moore, so it's Shamrocks 1-9, Shandonagh 1-8. Shandonagh goalkeeper going to take Shandonagh, it's kick out, it's gone to Dennis Caroon. Now the extra man, this would be absolutely a catastrophe if Shamrocks don't win it. It's another foul. Dennis Caroon there showed a bit of experience there, got the free. He was fouled. Luke Tynan has gone off there for Shandonagh, I believe. Didn't see who went on. Did you see who went on, Kieran?
Yes.
Take your time, no problem at all. Just check, just didn't see who went on there for the Shandonagh player who went on, but we'll find it for when we can. Dean Moore with a free to put two between the sides, and Dean Moore puts the ball over the bar. Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 10, Shandonagh 1 goal and 8, and crucially Shamrocks have an extra man. Now, last week there would have been questions asked about Shamrocks, but this week they've answered all the questions. They've had a very good performance tonight. It's been a very, very evenly contested game of football, and if it stays as Mullingar Shamrocks will play in the senior championship in 2021, extending the record in the senior competition to 59 years. As the ball goes there, Mihal Curley again. It's an aimless ball from Shandonagh. Was it foul? The referee says no. Dennis Crew. It's a good Patrick Fagan on the ball for Mullingar. Patrick Fagan's foul. Effie's foul. Shamrocks are really supporting each other. They've looked like the new team. They've had 5 bad halves in 2.5 games, but this game they've not had a bad half. They've looked a far better team, and they look like a team. And playing some of the form, saw them capture a Westmeath senior championship in 2018. Mihal Curley puts the ball there over the bar, and Shamrocks lead is stretched to 3. Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 11 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 8, with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in Carlstown Killygat. Now, I think this game has been decided with the kick out. For Shamrocks have got control of the kick out here.
Definitely, and Shandonagh brought on when Ben Traynor went off, they brought on a forward, Brian Cavan, when Brian played very good. Brian went in there in the full forward line, so that's who the sub for Brian is Brian Cavan.
We couldn't make out who that sub was, but Brian Cavan replaced Luke Tynan there for Shandonagh. As Dennis Caroon in possession. Caroon now to Patrick Fagan. Patrick Fagan to Dennis Caroon. Dennis Caroon to Patrick Fagan. Oh, but Shandonagh have overturned it now. And it's a one-score game since this game is far from the extra man. Oh, he misjudged the bounce there, and Dennis Mihal Curley on the ball for Shamrocks. Mihal Curley to Eddie Moore. Eddie Moore to Dara Daly. Dara Daly in possession, passes to Dennis Caroon. Caroon is it Patrick Fagan even, not Caroon, to Dara Daly. Dean Moore's through on goal. Dean Moore has a chance. Is he fouled? Moore says the referee. It looked like he might have been fouled after he hit the ball. The only man who matters is the referee, and the referee did not see a foul, so we're going to go with that. Cormac Coyne dropping deep for Shandonagh. Coyne on the ball. Coyne to Brian Kavanagh. Brian Kavanagh on the ball here. Brian Kavanagh has to hit this ball right. Tom Malloy. The Shamrocks are looking at that, and Malloy hasn't been held up in possession. The referee there, everyone's looking at the referee, but there's no decision forthcoming. Malloy, he's overcarried it, and I don't think he's going to have too much complaints with that, Kieran. You might disagree with me.
No, I think that's fair enough call there, and as you said earlier on, Niall Ward, I think it's really in general having a good game, and we can't complain about that decision either.
Donald in possession. Donald hits the ball. Mihal Curley. Mihal Curley on the ball for Mullingar Shamrocks. Curley there played for Westmeath in 2013 in a league final against Derry. Pádraig McKenna played a half time in that game for Westmeath in the coming Munskul. The ball goes now to Patrick Fagan. Patrick Fagan's through on goal. Patrick Fagan puts the ball over the bar, and could that be an insurance point, Kieran?
Yeah, Shamrocks are very dominant now, especially when they come down, and with the loss of our centre back, it's really, we're very porous there in the back line, the half back line. As Mickey Boyle comes back on.
Mickey Boyle on for Shandonagh. Jordan Moore on for Mullingar Shamrocks there. Mickey Boyle and Shandonagh are going for one last. It was as you scored that point there for Shamrocks. I think it was Patrick Fagan got the point there for Mullingar Shamrocks. So the ball now coming off there is Conor McCrossan. So Mickey Boyle's back on for Conor McCrossan for Shandonagh. Jordan Moore came on. I did not see a Shamrocks player who went off there. As the ball, Conor McCrossan is not too pleased there. Coming off the pitch. As the ball here comes now, Shandonagh playing deep. Shandonagh. And apologies if there's any bad language being picked up in the camera. It's the player going off there. It's number 19, Lurcon Smith, that's been replaced by Jordan Moore. So Jordan Moore for Lurcon Smith for Shamrocks. Jordan Moore there. That's the first thing. Oh, he's been kicked now. Was there a kick there? The referee didn't see it, but it looked like there could have been a foul, but the referee has not seen it. So Shandonagh, Lurcon Smith, Jordan Moore for Lurcon Smith. As the ball, Shandonagh coming through. Shandonagh playing the ball. Goes here. Who has it? Adam Trainer here. The ball comes now to it's a foul there for Shandonagh. It's a late tackle. Could it have been overturned that free there for the centre?
Yeah, look at it. Looked a bit dodgy. To be honest, I wasn't concentrating on it, so I can't really comment.
Yeah, but I know the referee didn't see it, as we mentioned. That's all that really matters. But Shandonagh now, this will put them back to 3 points. Kieran Gavin. It's a black card there for a Shamrocks player. I just don't see who it is going off. No, it's a black card. There's been a black card shown there to a Shamrocks player. Just going to have a look here and see can we get it. Effie Sayod, it looks like is the man going off, but I'm unsure if he picked up the black card. Effie Sayod. I think Effie is actually going off in a substitution, so I didn't see who picked up the black card. Maybe he gave yellow, but the ball there, Brian Kavanagh has put the free over the bar. So Shandonagh 1 goal and 9, Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 12. I don't know what was there. Aaron Person looks to have come on the pitch for Mullingar Shamrocks, replacing Effie Sayod. So I don't know, was there a black card? It must have been a yellow card shown. Aaron Person replaces there Effie Sayod for Mullingar Shamrocks. Philip Shaw to take this kick out. Shaw now has had a good game now. It's 1-12 to 1-9. The ball there. Dennis Carew. Killian Butler. Shandonagh have a chance. It's gone in now. It's gone in. It's a good ball. Oh, it's just gone too much there. It's just that's been the story of the Shandonagh second half here.
Yeah, again, look, it's the wrong decision, I suppose. It just ran on for Brian Kavanagh. The intention was good from Kevin Boyle, but look, it just went on too strong.
Shamrocks 1 goal and 12. Shandonagh 1 goal and 9. 29 and a half minutes played here in Corral Sound Kinnegad GA grounds underneath the lights. Very, very late in the match. The outcome will be even darker when the floodlights go off for whoever loses this match. How dark the pitch is, the outcome of being in a relegation playoff will be even darker. Mihal Curley playing on the ball. Mihal Curley. Kieran Gavin passes to Donald Donoghue. Donald Donoghue on the ball. What a game he's had. Man of the match in my eyes so far. Dennis Caroon on the ball. Another player who could be a contender for man of the match. He had a great game. Dennis Caroon on the ball. Donald Donoghue. O'Donoghue holds possession. O'Donoghue passes it, bounces, so he's able to collect his own ball. O'Donoghue on the left foot. The ball just gone wide, but at this stage, wide is nearly as good as a score of an injury.
Yeah, look, it's Shamrocks are well on top at this stage, and it's looking unless Shandonagh can land something in the bag, and it's just winding down the clock, I think, at this stage.
A sub here for Shandonagh coming on there. Who was that sub, Kieran? Do you know?
Jeremiah Scully has come on there for Alan Hickey. I think Alan has put in a great 60 minutes there, so he's been replaced by another midfield. Scully.
Breaking now, Shandonagh. This is their only chance. Dennis Clooney will take a black card if he has to. He doesn't have to. Wide passes now. A chance for a goal for Shandonagh. What a save from Philly Shaw. The ball is saved. Maybe it was a foolish effort to go for goal so far out, but a good save from Philly Shaw. Aaron Purcell. Shamrocks might just have enough experience now to hold on to possession. Dublin footballers do that great to do, holding on to possession. Mihal Curley, Brendan O'Reilly even on the ball. Brendan O'Reilly. Aaron Purcell in possession for Mullingar Shamrocks. Aaron Purcell. Dara Daly on the ball. Dara Daly. His uncle Val Daly is a key figure in Galway football, whereas cousin Mihal Daly plays for Mount Bellew, I think is the club in Galway. They played Mullingar Shamrocks in the challenge match. Dean Moore on the ball. His brother is an impressionist, Connor Sketches, the famous Connor Sketches. Dean Moore has a shot, and Dean Moore has put the ball over the bar. What a score from Dean Moore under pressure, and that is what they call the insurance point, Kieran.
Yeah, great point there from Dean Moore under pressure. It's looking like Shandonagh are going to be out again next weekend for the penultimate playoff, who goes down in the senior from the senior division to the intermediate division.
Referee's just gone on there having a word with or the linesman having a word with the referee. I think the match is in 2 weeks. I mean, just heard it next weekend, but the relegation playoff will be in 2 weeks' time. It could be 2 weeks of Drew trying to Shandonagh. But Shandonagh now, they've put in a good shift tonight, and they can have no fears about going into a relegation playoff. If they play like this, it'll be very hard to stop them. It's not over yet at all, as I've been reminded from the crowd there. There's still 4 points in it. Eddie Moore has even fouled him, says the referee. Patrick Fagan on the ball. Patrick Fagan, it's true. Patrick Fagan scored a goal at this in the 2018 county final. Patrick Fagan, it's a foul there from the centre forward, and this is going to be a tap over free for Dean Moore. And I see that the Ben trainer has come back on, so I remarked that Shandonagh would finish the game with 14 men. I was actually slightly inaccurate because they has allowed themselves to come back on with time that has elapsed, as Kevin Boyle has been told by the referee, and it's a black card, so Shandonagh actually will finish the game with 14 men, but they have 15 men on the pitch very briefly for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, look, it's again a tactical foul. I suppose Kevin had no options. As I said earlier on, Kevin is not a dirty player, but unfortunately felt he probably had to pull him down, so we'll see what Shamrocks do with this.
He's not a dirty player on, it's not been a dirty game, as Dean Moore taps the free over the bar, gives his side a 5-point lead, and 5 points might just be enough to seal the victory. The linesman is having a word here. There's a sub coming on from Mullingar Shamrocks. It looks like Alan Cashman is coming on for Mullingar Shamrocks, and being replaced is Patrick Fagan. Alan Cashman is going to slot in. The score here was from Dean Moore, a free there for Mullingar Shamrocks. Now time is up. There cannot be too long left. I'd say it's only a matter of seconds left before the referee blows the full time whistle. It's a good kick. Shandonagh now, it's probably game over at this stage, but they haven't given up all game. They're not going to give up now as the ball comes to Shandonagh defence. Ben Trainer, the man who was sin-binned, is back on the ball. Trainer on the ball there. Trainer with the ball for Shandonagh. Trainer passes out to defence. Shandonagh going to go for one last hurrah. They need a goal at this stage. Matthew Scully always dropped the ball, Scully, but they need a goal. Shandonagh, points are no good at this.
Points are no good. It's do or die at this stage. Brendan Killian just been pulled to the ground.
Hard to say, is it? And it would not be any good for a player to pick up a card here, because if you do get sent off here, it carries over. I think it's the first game of next year's league you'd be suspended for, but it's a black card here. I think it's Alan Cashman is going to be the player picking it up. It's a black card there from Mullingar Shamrocks, so they also finished the game with 14 men, but there's not too long, and that's maybe a flaw with the black card rule, is that it doesn't sometimes make any difference to a team.
Exactly, and it's a bit confusing this year with the 10 minutes in bin, but look at it is what it is.
Shandonagh now are going to have one last chance. There's only very little time remaining. We haven't seen anything for stopping it just yet. Shandonagh substitute here coming with the ball. It's one last chance here. Ball there goes to the full back, Matthew Scully. And that that is just a brilliant performance from Dara Daly, capped off with a brilliant performance. It was a brilliant piece of skill. Dean Moore here, chance. Dennis Croon is going. Shamrocks are going. The overlap here. It's an absolute tap in for Dennis Croon if he gets it. Dean Moore, he has two options. It's 3-on-1. Davy Gavin on the ball. Davy Gavin puts the ball. He misses, but the ball goes over the bar, and it's a point for Mullingar Shamrocks. Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 15 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 9. That could have been a goal. It was reminiscent of 2014 when Liverpool were going for the league. They pressed everyone up, and then the ball came on, and it was a one-on-one with the goalie. I think Chelsea finished the goals at that stage. It was similar to that. Liverpool had pushed everyone up, and Chelsea scored on the counter-attack. So that was 115 to 1-9. It's the full time here in Coruscant, Kenny Gad. Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 15 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 9. We're going to get a brief word from Kieran. Kieran, what do you make of it?
Look, I thought it was a very entertaining game. Definitely Shamrocks came out of the blocks way stronger in the second half, and I thought maybe that that intensity might dip, especially after the water break. But instead of that, they pressed on. But having said that, look at Shandonagh. I felt played well. As we discussed earlier on, Shandonagh were due to play before pre-COVID. Were due to play in the lower division of the senior championship, but unfortunately they're after playing 3 teams from the top division, and unfortunately got no result from any of the 3 games. But look, a great squad of lads, young squad of lads, well trained by Davy Scahill's management team, and we're looking forward to hopefully in 2 weeks' time that we don't have to go back down intermediate.
Full time here, so in Coruscant, Kenny Gad, Mullingar Shamrocks 1 goal and 15 points. Shandonagh 1 goal and 9.